He wasn't expecting to bring back anything from Japan, except maybe souvenirs. But what followed him from a quiet room in the countryside was something far colder, far darker, something unforgettable. During the summer of high school, a teenager flew across the world with his best friend to visit the friend's grandparents in rural Japan. The village was small, the air thick with humidity, and the house old, traditional, quiet. He stayed in the guest room, which used to be his friend's mom's childhood bedroom. It was charming in that old-fashioned way. But one thing stood out, a small, oddly placed closet door high above the wall closet. Just 1.5 feet tall, maybe 3 feet wide, and strangely out of place. At first it didn't matter. He was jet-lagged and barely slept the first 2 weeks. But every time the room went dark at night, he couldn't help but feel uneasy. That upper closet space always felt off. Too dark, too still. Like the shadows inside it were heavier than the rest of the room. Then things changed. By the end of the second week, the jet lag had faded. One morning, he awoke to something strange. The small door was open. He hadn't touched it. He was sure it was closed the night before. Still, maybe it just popped open on its own. The house was old after all. He pushed the thought away, closed the little door, and moved on. But the house had other plans. A few nights later, he woke up in the dark, suddenly and inexplicably. The air was heavy. The room was quiet, too quiet, and that's when he saw it. The door, open again. Only this time, it wasn't just open. It was black, a depthless, pitch-dark void darker than the room itself. And that's when it hit. He couldn't move, couldn't speak, couldn't even scream. Sleep paralysis? Maybe. But it didn't feel like a dream. It felt aware, as if the darkness was watching him, waiting. He doesn't remember falling back asleep, but he remembers waking up. Morning sun, door closed, air cleared. But the chill, that stayed. Later that day, he told his friend what happened. His friend paused, face pale. "My mom told me something like that happened to her too," he said. And when they got back home weeks later, the friend's mom smiled as she greeted him. Not with surprise, but with familiarity. "So," she said with a grin, "I heard you met the ghost?" And some rooms remember their past. Some closets never really stay shut. And some shadows don't belong to anything human. Thanks for watching Night